Jada Pinkett Smith. She says the Oscar slap saved her marriage. No, what saved her marriage was understanding that she's not worthy.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
She found out that she's not worthy. That's the name of her memoir, was Worthy. She did all she could to make sure that people knew about the book. She put down her husband, praised Tupac Shakur, fabricated that thing. She also talked about Chris Rock asking her out, allegedly. She put a lot of salacious stuff about other people in her memoir, but really not much about herself. I mean, she went into things about herself, but she has to understand that she's not that interesting because she hasn't worked on her craft. She hasn't really built up her resume like her husband and other people who are A-list celebrities. And she's not retired. So her putting out a memoir right now doesn't make sense. I'm willing to bet that later on she'll have another memoir after she does a whole bunch of mess and stuff concerning Will Smith. But she says the Oscar slap saved her marriage. Here's that really saved her marriage, and that is the fact that her memoir was a flop.
Finish her.
And with the memoir being a flop, people did buy it. When it comes to a lot of people who are writers or authors, rather, the publisher that they're working with, their agent, they will buy up the books pre-sale and even when it comes out, and they'll send the book for free to different people. And they do that to boost up sales, of course. And they also do it so that people will read the book and perhaps talk about it and give them free publicity. People are saying, what a stupid book. What a stupid book. Completely not worth the money. After about 10 pages, I had had enough. Jada wasn't trying to appeal to just black women. To me, that's the reason why it was somewhat of a flop. Jada was gearing her media tour and just her whole thing of putting Will Smith under the bus. She was aiming at women who are in unhappy marriages. They are disgruntled from relationships. They're upset about different things. That's who she was targeting. And she has to understand that most people who are upset or unsatisfied, they will leave. And in leaving, they go and find happiness. Whereas Jada not only has revealed that her and Will Smith don't live together and live separate lives, but they're still married. And it's kind of like, for what? And we all know why that she's choosing to do that. And it's because she knows that without Will Smith on her arm, without being attached to Will Smith, she will not be worthy. Another thing, this is showbiz411.com, says, was it worth it? Jada Pinkett Smith sold 21,611 copies of the book that lays waste to her marriage. Was it worth it? No. She didn't accomplish what she wanted. She threw her husband under the bus. And she also threw herself under the bus in doing that. And she continues to be a laughing stock of the industry. Just a laughing stock. So we all know this about Jada at this point. It's no secret, okay? But the fact that Jada is saying that the Oscar slap saved her marriage. And Will Smith, he's been out and about being seen with a Jada Pinkett Smith lookalike, a body double, if you will, a stunt double. It just shows that he's sprung. He's more than likely in bliss. He's okay with everything going on. He's nothing but positive. There have been different videos that Jada's recorded of him that have been leaked that shows him upset that she started to record him without asking him was he ready when they were supposed to be doing a promo for somebody. There's a lot of that stuff going on, but so far Will Smith has not really said anything negative about Jada. He's been supportive. He's been dutiful. If you've heard stories of him cheating, if you've heard stories of him being unfaithful, having other women, there was that whole Margot Robbie thing, allegedly. You hear it and then it's gone because you see how much he supports her for better or worse. And unfortunately, in him doing that, it's a good thing, but it's obvious that he's in an abusive relationship. Blink 2 times, Will Smith, if you want us to save you. Blink 2 times.
Simping activate.
And so Will Smith, even though he's an A-list celebrity, he's a multi-million-dollar moneymaker, of course, before the slap. Post-slap, he now needs Jada just as much as she needs him. So that's the other aspect of the slap saving their marriage. It made it to where he can't leave, because if he leaves, where are you going to go? He may get a part in movies, but not many people want to work with him. Not many people respect him. It's just not looking good for Will Smith, not looking good for Jada Pinkett Smith. And as they get older and their stock declines because new blood is entering the entertainment game, Jada's taking an L, Will is taking an L, and together they're just loser, okay? So Will Smith, unfortunately, in this situation, you are the mammy, you are the mule, and you're just going to continue to ride off in obscurity until you leave this woman and know your worth.
I'm climbing up Mammy Mountain where I can save him. I'm climbing up Mammy Mountain so he can cheat on me. I don't mind if he calls me trash. He can even beat me. I'm climbing Mammy Mountain, Mammy Mountain. I'm a big mammy. He can cheat on me. He can beat me. I'm sad.
Yeah, so Will Smith is definitely the mammy in this marriage, and Jada Pinkett Smith says she and Will have been completely dunzo by now, or would have been completely dunzo before the slap, but the slap, which she's calling the holy slap, because so many positive things came after it. And let me translate. So Jada was a C-list, D-list celebrity. Will Smith was an A-list celebrity. You see them on the red carpet. You see them as far as interviews. People would want to talk to Will Smith. They would ignore her. But because of the Oscar slap lowering his stock, he's now been lowered to a C-list celebrity himself, a joke, a simp, all the above. So because his stock has been lowered, Jada now feels comfortable in her own skin, because at her C and D list level, she no longer feels bad. And that's what the positives that came out of this slap.
Unfrickin' believable.
And that's the problem when you're dealing with people that don't really want to see you win. Anytime you obtain success or you get an award or an achievement, they're not there clapping. They're there just looking with a smirk on their face, hoping that they can turn this into a loss for you. And she looked at him, gave him a look, and she was able to convince him that even though they had not been together for a long time as far as husband and wife, they were just there for appearances, but the look that she gave Will Smith was enough for him to activate simp mode, get on stage, slap Chris Rock over a woman who was not his. Very sad, especially since I don't see any way that he can really bounce back from it, especially because he's going to be banned from attending the Oscars, probably even being banned from being nominated for an Oscar for at least 10 years. And that's 10 years of his life force gone, where he's going to be fading off into obscurity. If he goes the Nicolas Cage route and starts doing low budget movies to make money, I could see him kind of bouncing back and developing a cult following like Nicolas Cage. It's possible, but I don't think it's probable, simply because the only way he could achieve that is if he dumps the dead weight, and that is the dead weight of Jada Pinkett Smith.